I think I've been off camera long enough and we've got rain coming. So let's talk about the weather, shall we? We have rain out in West Texas right now in the Panhandle, and it's there and it's bringing some rain, but also some wintry weather north of that. Unfortunately, we won't get any of that here, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. But all the moisture is there. We had maybe a few drops here. I think I had a few east of Italy that were reported earlier, just a few little raindrops that might have been able to get through the dry air at the surface earlier today, but none of that out there right now. We'll have to wait until morning and we'll time that out for you here in a little bit. Overnight lows tonight, we're warm compared to where we should be, 45, 46 degrees, and the norm is 38. So yeah, we're on the warm side for our temperatures, but that won't last. We'll be looking at that in the forecast too. I'll go ahead and give you tomorrow's almanac since it's nighttime now. December 15th sunrise will be at 7:21 a.m. We'll be well underway with our rain by then. 5:23 sunset. Most of the rain should be moving out by that point. New moon and just 10 days until Christmas, almost in the single digits there, kids. So we're getting close. And schools, Waxahachie schools, are out tomorrow. A lot of schools are out next week. The season is finally here, and it will feel like it at least for a few days, and we might take a peek at that here at the end of this video. But right now, we need to take a look at this low pressure system that's coming in. So here it is swirling around in southern New Mexico. It will eject and make its way through the panhandle of Texas, up through Oklahoma and Kansas, bringing us plenty of rain tomorrow. As you can see, all the wintry weather is from Santa Fe over towards Dodge City. That will continue on to the northeast as well. That'll stay away from us, but we will be chilly for the next couple of days. So let's time out the rain tomorrow. And unfortunately, right off the top, I'm just going to tell you this is going to be a cold, rainy day for all of us. It will be a wet and cold drop off for the kiddos. So just keep that in mind, be prepared for that, and make sure you have the jackets and the umbrellas and things set out tonight and ready for them in the morning. So here is all of the rain, 6 a.m. tomorrow, pretty widespread across the western half of our area. We go forward 9 a.m., pretty widespread across the area tomorrow morning, and by noon, just all over the place, widespread rain. I don't think anybody stays dry tomorrow. And by 3 o'clock, most of this, it really should be east of 35 by this point. It's hard to say sometimes how long the moisture is going to hang around, how tight the dry air will be right behind that front. But yeah, 3 p.m. tomorrow, most of it should be moving out, and by 6 o'clock, it should be moving completely out of our area, if not at least close to that. I think by the time we get to 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow night, we should be done. And Saturday morning, there's a lingering chance of just a possible little shower or two hanging around as some of that moisture on the back end of this system might happen to float in, but it looks like the system is going far enough north to where we shouldn't have to worry about that. I've got a 90% chance of rain tomorrow. That's pretty much probably could be 100%, but I know if I do that, well, not everybody, somebody will say, well, you don't know for sure if it's going to rain everywhere. We're pretty sure, but I've got 90% there. Winds will be turning back around to the north. 55 degrees tomorrow, 56 on Saturday. We will be clearing through the day, so that'll allow any of that daytime heating to lift away. 44 tomorrow night, and yeah, that's relatively warm, but again, we'll have those clouds holding in that daytime heating. 37 Saturday night, and then we get warmer, 60s for at least the first half of the week here, low 60s I should say, 40, 36, 38. So our lows, we do get a little bit chilly in the overnight hours, right around normal for us, and then Tuesday, the clouds start coming back in. Now, I want you to bring your attention to the south winds that continue on through Thursday. We start bringing the clouds in. That's because we're going to start bringing in more moisture, and we have another storm system coming in, which brings us to our sneak peek of Christmas weather here. Now, you've heard me preach ad nauseum this week about the fact that we can't look that far away. We're about a week and a half away from Christmas time here. So, I mean, this is not territory where I'm going to go into the 10-day forecast that I lament about so intensely, but I want to show you some of the things that we're watching behind the scenes a little bit. So let's take a look inside of the presence here. First, I want to show you what everybody is talking about. This is the 8 to 14 day outlook. Now, this is put out by the Weather Prediction Center. They go out and they tell us, well, we are pretty sure that for the next 8 to 14 days, this is the trend that we should be expecting. And yes, pretty much all of the country looking at warmer than normal temperatures. Now, Normal temperatures here are in the 50s, okay, the upper 50s for our area. So anything warmer than that, you qualify for this orange and this red. Now, what are we looking at on the long-term model? So here's the Euro model. This is as far out as it goes here, at least what's visible and really able to really be relied upon. And even at that, again, outside of 7 days, it's pretty sketchy. You just kind of look at these trends. But you see this trough here right in the Rockies, and we will be watching that because you see at this 6 a.m. on Christmas Eve, you see this boundary here, and you see the winds starting to shift and those isobars getting closer together. That means windy conditions. That spells the recipe for a storm system moving in. So we could be looking at a storm system that could bring cooler air into our area just in time for Christmas. Here's the GFS model as well. A little more complex setup here, but again, looking at that trough right over the Rockies that could bring cooler temperatures in for Christmas Day. The moral of the story here is that you can look at these outlooks, right? These 8 to 14 day outlooks that are talking about a 7-day period in one outlook. But you have to look at the different tools and the different models and the different data that we actually reference here to get the full picture. So, yeah, I am watching the next storm system that will be coming in. We at least have Thursday in the 7-day, and right there we have the clouds increasing and could be looking at that incoming system. How long does it hang around? How deep does the cold air go? Do we get rain? Do we not? Lots of questions to be answered over the next several days, and I will be keeping you updated on that. But for now, over the weekend, I will be studying this stuff and I will be bringing updates to you, so stay tuned to South Metro Weather as we start peering over the horizon to your Christmas forecast.